Hey, what's going on, everybody? The Truth Will Rise back with a new video, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. I found out on Twitter today that the Supreme Court ruled in favor 5-4 of the ACA, which is also known as Obamacare. And like I said, I found out on Twitter and just reading some of the comments. I just want to say this real quick. I should hope that if intelligent life ever visits planet Earth, that social networking and those websites are not one of the things that they see, and certainly not one of the factors that they determine if there's intelligent life on planet Earth. Because if they do, they would either run for the hills, their stupidity, or they would want to blow this planet to atoms. Because some of the things I have seen on both sides regarding this issue is just simply mind-blowing at the level of ignorance and the lack of intellectualism in some of these comments, like I said, on both sides of the issue. But anyway, that was not the point of this video, but I felt that needed to be said. Now, in regards to this particular issue, anyone who's seen some videos I made previously know where I stand on this. Because some of the people who are hooping and hollering at this quote-unquote historical moment, thinking that now, you're going to be quote-unquote given free health care, I would seriously encourage you to go back and read the legislation, as some of us have. And you know that is not the case, that you're going to be forced to purchase health care. So, in essence, the insurance companies have had 30 million or so people basically thrown in their lap, which is, despite what the Supreme Court says, is still a violation of the Commerce Clause. But that's neither here nor there at this point. It's really not. The point of this video is just kind of based on some videos that I've made previously. Like I said, just for some of these political figures, and I'm going to run a few of them down, the ball washing, I'm just going to call it like this, the ball washing that goes on, where these people are made out to be that they're beyond reproach, and it's just asinine. I mean, it's just absolutely stupid. And you know what? My people, when it comes to El Presidente, some people, they would let you talk about their mama like a dog before they will let you say anything about President Barack Hussein Obama. It is just amazing at the level of mind control that these people are under just because he's brown. And I would ask, he's addressed concerns from every community but our own, but yet y'all still go to bat for this guy like no other. And I don't understand it. And it's quite silly, actually. And they're laughing at you behind the scenes. But because had you done some preliminary research on these people, none of these events would surprise you. You send money, and what you don't understand is politics is just a series of elephant walks and reach arounds. That's all it is. And do you think if, for instance, I'm just going to throw this name out there, I'm not insinuating anything, this is just for the sake of example. If BCCI gives, say, Mitt Romney $150,000 on this campaign, you send him $25. Who do you think really has his ear? It ain't you. Okay? you may look at it as an investment, or I'm really trying to do my part. These businesses, they look at it as an investment. And you best believe if they're sending that type of coinage to these people, they definitely want a return on investment. And most people, for whatever reason, that is something that has been slow to take. And do you think that all of a sudden with number 44 this changed? No, ma'am. No, sir. It has not. And to see people running around with their chest poked out like they did something, you just look like idiots. And quite honestly, you just look stupid. And to be honest, it doesn't matter who it is, the same thing is going to happen. In reality, I fault a lot of these supporters of Obama because at the end of the day, you run around and but yet you haven't held him accountable for anything. Like I said, he's addressed every other community but our own, but yet you don't say anything. And let me ask you this. Should he not get elected in 2012 and Mitt Romney or whatever puppet has been pre-selected to be the next president of the United States of America Corporation, and they do some things that they don't like, will you run up and be up in arms? Because you haven't been for the past 4 years. So be honest, I don't want to hear it now. It's just ridiculous because this was probably as good a shot as we were going to have. And we've sat back and done nothing, thinking that because, he's a little darker, that, these things would just happen naturally on their own. And please don't give me these stupid rationalized excuses saying, oh, well, look how things were messed up and yada, yada, yada. First, it depends on your point of view. Once again, things are relative. If you're rich, or from another standpoint, things weren't messed up at all and they were going quite well. And besides, you would be surprised if things were wanted to be changed, they could be changed rather quickly. So that nonsense, it takes time. Yeah, and I'm certainly not talking about overnight. But a lot of the problems that exist in the world, hunger, wars, and a lot of those things, is because some people, and by that I mean a small cadre of ultra-rich, sadistic, power-hungry people, want it that way. Plain and simple. So, from that standpoint, like I said, nothing surprises me that anything like this is happening. And at the end of the day, you haven't held any of these people accountable, starting from the president on down. So why would you be surprised? And heck, all you people now running around, wanting to slap five with the Supreme Court. Name 3 Supreme Court justices right now. Name them. Unless they're doing something that we're in favor of, we don't know who these people are. And in the current system, they make decisions every day that you're not even paying attention to. But, I know the Heat won the championship, and hey, that's what really matters, right? But, continue to not pay attention. Continue to fall into that trap and see if things get better. But honestly, at the end of the day, until we as individuals are ready to make certain changes within ourselves to start to better the situation, nothing's going to happen. Because really, it doesn't matter what they do in Washington. Ultimately, if we're not prepared to make certain personal changes within ourselves to better our own situation, then none of that really matters. And quite honestly, a lot of us simply are not ready to do so. We want people to sit around and make these decisions and think for us and think that that's they're going to act in our best interest when it hadn't happened. It's not happening right now, and it ain't going to happen unless you do it for yourself, starting with yourself, and then going from there. Start with yourself, with your family, your community, and then goes from there. So, you know, for those of you, and this is not for everybody, excuse me, sorry about that. It's just for these morons I see running around like they just won the Super Bowl over this Supreme Court decision. So keep on. You just make yourself look like fools. And quite honestly, it's just a matter of time before they, you know, something else happens and they'll slip in under the back door while you were busy slapping 5 over this. So keep it up. Keep not paying attention. Keep staying in the dark. Keep thinking that everything is everything. So continue to go out here and sideline and cheerlead for these puppets who don't care anything about you. They look at you the way some people look at ants in an ant farm, and they just don't care. You care. You're the only one who cares in this equation. They don't. And with that being said, I'm going to end this video because I'm starting to get more disgusted as I continue to talk on this subject. But this is The Truth Will Rise signing out. Wishing everyone peace, power, and positivity. And remember, it's our people, our community, our responsibility. I'm out.